This is Donald Trump, and I approve the good vibes only experience.
You are
G.V.O. Good Vibes Only. And you're tuned in to the Good Vibes Only experience.
What's going on? What's going on, man? It's your boy G.V.O. Good Vibes Only, and you're tuned into the Good Vibes Only experience, which is sponsored by the Union 2121 and brought to you by DLE Radio. Today I got a special guest in the building, man. Super producer, a good friend of mine, Killian Beats, man. You want to go ahead and introduce yourself, let everybody know who you are?
Yeah, bro. Thanks for having me, man. I'm Killian Beats. I'm a music producer who's been producing and making beats for nearly 20 years.
Okay.
Worked with artists all over the country. For example, some major artists you might recognize, like Kevin Gates, NLE Choppa, Shorty, YFN Lucci, just to name a few.
Okay.
And yeah, man, I've been doing good, man. Just still working and grinding,
Oh, definitely, man. I definitely seen the resume. You definitely have been grinding, man. You're still grinding. You got a lot of dope work out there, man. So for our listeners, man, can we jump right into it, man? Can you briefly just tell us more of your background and like what introduced you, what got you into music, what inspired you to want to pursue music?
Yeah, for sure, man. Definitely it was a family business. My dad, Joe Killian, he was a legendary jazz pianist, played piano for over 60 years.
Okay.
During his lifetime, he was probably my biggest inspiration. He taught me how to play piano when I was like, a kid, like 7, 8 years old, and he kind of gave me the jazz and blues influences on the piano, kind of exposing me to like artists like Oscar Peterson and Art Tatum.
Okay, some of the legends. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, man, that's what's up, man. So I see you come from a family tree of musicians. You have an extent resume. Can you share some of your recent achievements or milestones in your careers that you would like to highlight?
For sure, man. I mean, really just the achievements of seeing some of the biggest songs I produced hit just like these streaming milestones. Like, just at the end of last year, I did a little research, kind of putting together the numbers and seeing what they really are at. So like the Kevin Gates one, for example, is like, and this is like excluding like Apple Music, but it's got like 40 million streams on it across platforms.
Oh man, that's what's up.
Yeah, like 15 million on the Shorty song that dropped a couple years ago, Leave, and like 10 million streams on the NLE Choppa one. So just seeing that shit, go up and coming from just, I remember back in the day, just getting 1,000 plays on a song was hype me up, So
right,
I could never imagine that type of reception,
Yeah. Now we do those on a bad day.
Hell yeah.
I mean, all of that sounds exciting, man. So out of all of that, like right now, what would you say is the most exciting project that you're working on right now?
Yeah, I think really it is my own project, my instrumental album. I'm kind of still in the beginning stages of it.
Okay.
It's going to be my third one. I dropped my first one called Legacy back in 2020. That was a great one with my brother. He's a jazz musician in New York, so my brother's here. Shout out to him. But you got a lot of great musicians on that one. My second one came out in 2022, and it's called Severance Package. And that was basically my own work in just making beats and kind of a solo effort. And this one is going to be kind of maybe a mixture of those two. And, still coming up with the concepts and everything, but I'm really excited about what, the direction it's going in and kind of what tapping into different genres,
Oh, okay,
too.
man. All right, man, that sounds amazing, man. And it seems like you really have a love for music. So I have to ask you, man, like, what do you like most about creating music?
Man, I think it's just the creativity aspect of it. Just being able to make something out of nothing, Like, you could be making a melody, if you're a producer or beat maker, just sitting at home on FL Studio or whatever DAW you use. And, you just keep working at it. It might be one that you didn't really even care about, and that could actually turn into one of your biggest songs, So I think that's just incredible, the way that you can kind of mold something and make it something bigger than it really is. So, and especially being able to, because I know piano and music in general, just being able to translate it to doing different genres, like pop, R&B,
right?
Maybe even country music one day, trying to delve into everything. So.
Don't leave nothing on the table, right?
Exactly, yeah.
All right, man. So Can you do this for me? Can you describe your creative process when it comes to creating music? Because I know everybody has their own process, especially whenever you're creating beats. Like, what is your creative process?
Yeah, I think my most regular approach to it, obviously, is starting with the melody.
Okay.
Starting with even just piano, that tone and sound. And, I might come up with a little something here and there and then chop it up, or I might like my idea right away. But after that, I could translate it to different instruments and stuff. And, I think that building from there, I kind of see it, okay, maybe this is one that I can just make solely in FL Studio. But other times I might take that instrument and I want a live musician to replay it like in the studio. So, I'll get a guitarist or saxophonist or somebody, a drummer, to come up with different things and make it like a collaborative process. I think that's what I've embraced really in the past few years is collaborating with other people. And I think that's what's kind of taken it up a notch and moved my career up a bit.
Oh yeah, collaboration is major, man, especially in the production world. Yeah. I've actually, for the listeners, I've actually collabed on a few production beats with Killian. We have some placement, so we're getting into that a little bit later. But so yeah, man. I totally got you, man. Let me ask you this, man, because this is a question that I do like to ask every guest. Because again, you guys have a passion, and you solely have a passion for what you do. If there's anything that you could change in the industry, what would it be?
Man, I think, this is a great question. It's a tough one to answer, too, because obviously, the first thought that comes to mind is like, oh, let's make better music, and make that the focus instead of the money. But, as I thought about that more, everyone, it's a business at the end of the day.
Right.
So it's got to be what the audience want, what the listeners want. And so I think really the best way to answer that would be just kind of more respect for the creatives behind the scenes.
Gotcha.
I'd like to see that take a bigger tone. This people calling producers beat makers and whatnot just because they make the beat and mail it out. Like, to me, that's a producer, right?
That's a producer. I feel the same way. It's a major part of the process. It's the vision. In my opinion, I feel like it's dividing in versus actually putting us in a position where we feel as though we're actually working together. So I completely got you on that, man. So I know outside of your next instrumental album that you're working on, what's next for Killian Beats?
Man, really just like I said, I kind of touched on it a little earlier, just delving into different genres,
Gotcha.
I actually just recently moved literally a few weeks ago to Nashville, Tennessee. And so obviously that's the mecca of country music and whatnot. But, just interested in working with songwriters, singers out here, pop artists, and just working on getting in the studio out here and kind of seeing how that could affect my sound. I'm excited about that and looking forward to that for sure.
Oh man, I'm pretty sure, man, all your fans are going to be excited and looking forward, man. You want to tell everybody how they can find you, man?
Yeah, on social media, everything is at Killian Beats, KILLIAN BEATC. You can look me up on YouTube, my website, anything. If you go to my Instagram, in the link in the bio, it'll have all the links to everything, all the songs I produced and whatnot. So I also got a podcast too with my wife, Teresa, and we're looking to drop some new episodes too on that. We kind of did a season 1 a few years back, and then we're just looking to get back to it in the near future. So stay tuned for that.
Okay, man, that's what's up, man. Killian, man, I definitely appreciate you taking time to check in with me, man. For the listeners, definitely going to be looking out for all of those future projects that you got going on, man. And I just want to thank everybody for tuning in to Good Vibes Only Experience. This is your boy G.V.O. Good Vibes. And we'll holler at you next Friday.